men's 200 freestyle relay. In 8th place, Fort Wayne swim team, their A relay, Kate Fetters, Maris Williams, Jordan Glassley, Naomi Boland. 7th, Ole Swimming, their A relay, Aubrielle McKay, Katie Dunfield, Vera Roberson, and Megan Bluchman. 6th place, Waukesha Express A relay, Rowan Rasuida, Ella Antonuski, Lindsay Schlegel, and Avery Antonuski. 5th place, Mecklenburg Swim Association A, Maddie Boland, Cameron Klein, Maddie Herzig, and Zeta Grace Barty. 4th place, Team Pittsburgh Elite Aquatic A, Ava Komorowski, Catherine Miller, Lane Frost, and Thea Siegel. 3rd place, Dad's Club A relay, Kira DeJong, Emily Demisius, and Amy Martin and Lexi Smith. 2nd place, Academy Bullets A, Paige Kowal, Hayden Cruz, Ruby Esparza, and Helen Manick. The 2026 NCSA champions in women's 200 freestyle relay, Nations Capital Swim Club A, Julie Shiflett, McKinley Busson, Carolyn Kilty, and Ellie Brenner in a time of 1:45.48. Thank you, ladies. And now the award presentation in men's 800 freestyle relay. In 8th place, Suburban Seahawks A, Jack Grimley, Jamie Brinsville, Grant Fleming, and Henry Enstein. 7th place, Lakeside Swim Team B, Walker Price, Owen Durham, Lachlan Hirth, and Quinn Motter. In 6th place, Ole Swimming A, Liam Condon, Jonathan Nelson, Benjamin Leginski, Alexander Ostrander. 5th place, New Trier Aquatics A, Stefan Tadek, Nick Durcha, Jordan Coe, and Leo Chorobadiski. 4th place, Nova of Virginia Aquatics A relay, Josh Farnsworth, Ben Franks, Daniel Bungie, and Zach Fisher. 3rd place, Academy Bullets A, Braden Capon, Braden Nagel, Landon Cruz, and Jack Murphy. 2nd place, Lakeside Swim Team A, Sam Jankowski, Carter Rankin, Blaze Harrison, and Bill McMahon. And the 2026 NCSA champions in the men's 800 freestyle relay, Nation Capitals A relay of Gabe Hansen, James Kratz, Rafa Fontana, and Finn O'Shea in a time of 7:38.63. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I ask that you all please rise for the playing of our national anthem. Good luck to all of our swimmers tonight. E-final in women's 400 IM. E-final lane 1, Avery Holzer, Germantown Academy. Lane 2, Lauren Wedeking, Kentucky Aquatics. Lane 3, Brooklyn Rager, Fishers Area Swimming Tigers. Lane 4, Ava Murray, Zionsville Swim Club. Lane 5, Kalina Aw from Mansfield Aquatic Club. Lane 6, Penelope Chow, North Carolina Aquatic. Lane 7, Brooklyn Lewis, Excel Aquatics. And in lane 8, Peyton Robick of Tide Riders. Hunted into the E-final heat, and in lane 8, Peyton Robick, Tide Riders turning at a 107.10. Second in lane 5, Kalina Aw, Mansfield Aquatic Club, 108.02. Peyton Robick, Tide Riders still out front as she passes by me, but over in lane 7, lane 6 rather, Penelope Chow. Chow now into the lead in lane 6, 226.87. Robick turns second at the 200, 227.26. Robick back into the lead at the 250 turn. Out of the breaststroke, into the freestyle. Peyton Robick, lane 8 from Tide Riders, 355.58 with Kalina Aw second at the 300, 356.23. And actually Aw turning at the same time as Murray in lane 4, that 356.23. Now Ava Murray, Zionsville Swim Club, out front at the 350, 430.71, ahead of Kalina All, Mansfield Aquatic in lane 5. Penelope Chow at the far end was third at the turn. Coming down here to the finish, Ava Murray, Zionsville Swim Club. Murray's time, 5:04.39. D final. D final, lane 1, Charlotte Bruning for Nova of Virginia. Lane 2, Charlotte Brown. Tide Riders. Lane 3, Carolyn Whitney from Suburban Seahawks. Lane 4, Gabby Green from Gateway. Lane 5, Oriole Hall, Nova of Virginia. Lane 6, Colleen Tracy, Chicago Wolfpack. Lane 7, Macy McCarter, Mecklenburg. Lane 8, Anna Kate Barr from Team Greenville. Hundred turn and out front, Gabby Green of Gateway, 107.53. Second position, lane 6, Colleen Tracy, Chicago Wolfpack, 107.79. Here in lane 6, Colleen Tracy, Chicago Wolfpack, setting up for her turn at the end of the backstroke. 2:23.88. Second position, Gabby Green of Gateway, 2:24.93. And third at the 200, Charlotte Brown of Tide Riders, 2:25.39. .250 turn and the lead now to Gabby Green of Gateway. Tracy in second, third Charlotte Brown. Gabby Green, Gateway, into the freestyle now. Turns in a 3, 51.98. Charlotte Brown, Tide Riders. Second going into the free, 3:54.29. Gabby Green, half a link to go here in the D final heat of women's 400 IM this evening. And the D final is going to go to Gabby Green of Gateway, 4:59.75. C final. C final, lane 1, Alyssa Deal, Lakeside Swim Team. Lane 2, Macy DeGroot, Shark Swim Club. Lane 3, Joy Cheng, Chicago Wolfpack. Lane 4, Brantley Patterson, Nova of Virginia. Lane 5, Haley Hunter, Zionsville Swim Club. Lane 6, Catherine Workington, Sandpipers of Nevada. Lane 7, Tamara Krett, New Trier Aquatics. And Lane 8, Molly Gonzalez of Academy Bullets. Catherine Workington, Sandpipers of Nevada. On the butterfly, turns here at the 100, 105.07. Second at the 100, Haley Hunter, Zionsville Swim Club. Lane 6, 105.07. Joy Cheng, Chicago Wolfpack, third. Now into the lead over in lane 3, Joy Cheng, Chicago Wolfpack. Cheng turns at the end of the backstroke, 2:23.26. Second position in lane 2, Macy DeGroot, Shark Swim Club. And third now, Catherine Workington, Sandpipers of Nevada, lane 6, heading into the breaststroke. Joy Cheng, Chicago Wolfpack, lane 3 with a nice lead. Finishing up her breaststroke leg, 3:48.69. Second position, lane 4, Brantley Patterson, Nova of Virginia. And third in lane 1, Alyssa Deal, Lakeside Swim Team, heading into the freestyle. Joy Chang makes the turn. Now Patterson into second, lane 4. Third in lane 6, Catherine Morkington, Sandpipers of Nevada at the 350. Heading for home here in the C final heat. Joy Chang, Chicago Wolfpack, into the wall, 4:55.51. Consolation final. Consolation final, lane 1, Mia Jones for Kentucky Aquatics. Lane 2, Amelia Edwards, Nation's Capital. Lane 3, Jordan Glassley, Fort Wayne Swim Team. Lane 4, Ali Casanovas, Academy Bullets. Lane 5, Paige Kowal, also for the Bullets. Lane 6, Emily Heintz for Team Greenville. Lane 7, Angela Kadori, Rockville Montgomery. And lane 8, Ariana Aldeguar, Nation's Capital Swim Club. Paige Caldwell, Academy Bullets here on the fly, turning at the 100, 104.47. Second position, lane 2, Amelia Edwards, Nation's Capital, 105.89. And third at the 100, Mia Jones, Kentucky Aquatics. .200 turn, Paige Kowal, Academy Bullets in lane 5, 220.10. Ahead of Mia Jones, Kentucky Aquatics in lane 1, 222.89. Amelia Edwards, Nation's Capital in lane 2, third at the 200. Kowal still out front at the 250. Now in second position, Ali Casanovas, Academy Bullets. Paige Kowal, Academy Bullets with a nice lead here. Coming up on the end of the breaststroke leg in lane 5. Kowal turns 3:47.47. Now into second position, lane 7. Angela Kadori, Rockville, Montgomery, 3:48.17. Final turn, Kowal still out front. Kadori in 7, Casanovas in lane 4. It's been Paige Kowal, Academy Bullets, all the way here in the consolation final. Paige's final time, 4:54.15. And we now bring out the championship final heat in women's 400 IM. Line up in the championship final heat. Lane 1, Abby Schneider, Team Greenville. Lane 2, Louise Fedarson, Mecklenburg. Lane 3, Casey Brager, Lakeside Swim Team. Lane 4, Emma Falk, Tide Riders. Lane 5, Madison Sichecki, Suburban Seahawks. Lane 6, Hayes Williams, Nova of Virginia. Lane 7, Livia Crummer, Chicago Wolfpack. And lane 8, Emily Schneider, Team Greenville. Championship final in women's 400 IM. NCSA record in the women's 400 IM of 4:42.25. Zoe Dixon, Nova of Virginia, 2021. In lane 3, Casey Brager, Lakeside Swim Team, turned at the 100, 104.04. Second at the 100, lane 5, Madison Suchucky, Suburban Seahawks, 106.45. Casey Brager here this morning at the 200, 218.55. She's ahead of that this evening, 217.08. Second position at the 200, still Suchucky. Third, Vidarson in lane 2. Casey Brager working through the breaststroke, half a length to go. On the move in lane 5, Madison Suchucky, Suburban Seahawks. Suchucky now into the lead. .300 turn in Madison Suchucky, Suburban Seahawks. 342.83. Head of Casey Brager in lane 3. The third is Emma Falk. Tide Riders in lane 4. Madison Suchucky, Suburban Seahawks. Way out front now on the rest of this championship final heat. Turns at the 350, 4:16.24. Brager second, still Falk third in lane 4. Coming down to the finish in the championship final, Madison Suchucky, Suburban Seahawks. Her time, 4:49.32. Now the E final in men's 200 freestyle. E-final, lane 1, Xavier Kulak, Long Island Aquatic Club. Lane 2, Ashton Boki of Chicago Wolfpack. Lane 3, James Kratz, Nation's Capital. Lane 4, Daniel Bungie, Nova of Virginia. Lane 5, Dryden Finley of Gateway. Lane 6, Benjamin Wasatke, Waukesha Express. Lane 7 is Matthew Eitkins from Dad's Club. And lane 8, Harper Church from Team Greenville. 100 turn out in front, Matthew Aikens, Dad's Club, lane 7, 55.70. Second position, lane 6, Benjamin Wasatke, Waukesha Express, in a time 55.77. Now Wasatke, lane 6, into the lead at the 150, turned to the 125.09 ahead of Aikens. Third position, James Kratz, Nation's Capital in lane 3. Going to be a good race down here to the finish in your E final. Back into the lead, lane 7, Matthew Aikens at Dad's Club coming into the wall, and Aikens in a time of 1:54.35. D final. D final, lane 1, Max Halpern, North Carolina Aquatic. Lane 2, Michael Purcell of Gateway. Lane 3, Alistair Guth, Chicago Wolfpack. Lane 4, Josh Farnsworth, Nova of Virginia. Lane 5, Bill McMahon of Lakeside. Lane 6, Jacob Clark, North Carolina Aquatics. Lane 7, Gabe Hansen, Nation's Capital. And lane 8, Cooper Zucker Kemney of Rockville, Montgomery. Bill McMinn, Lakeside Swim Team, lane 5. They come in for the 100 turn. McMinn, 55.46. Next to him, lane 6, Jacob Clark, North Carolina Aquatic. And third in lane 4, Josh Farnsworth, Nova of Virginia. Now to the front, Jacob Clark at the 150, North Carolina Aquatic Club, 125.50. Farnsworth second at the turn down there, 125.67 with McMahon, lane 5 and third. Coming down to the finish, Josh Farnsworth, Nova of Virginia. Does he get there first? No, it's Bill McMahon. Gets his hand on the wall first from Lakeside. Right there at the end, 154.96 in the D final of the men's 200 free. C final. C final, lane 1, Dylan Haver, Shark Swim Club. Lane 2, Augustus Friedel, Core Swimming. Lane 3, Ryan Rayner, Waukesha Express. Lane 4, Cale Chow, Chicago Wolfpack. Lane 5, Brody Tyndall, Huntsville Swim Association. Lane 6, Sam Jankowski, Lakeside. Lane 7, Jonathan Packard, Greenwich YWCA. And lane 8, Oliver Ritchie of Germantown Academy. 100 turn and over in lane 1, Dylan Haver, Sharks 55.50 ahead of Kale Chow, Chicago Wolfpack 55.76. Turning at the 150 and now out in front. The other side of the pool. Lane 8, Oliver Ritchie, Germantown Academy, 124.82. Second at the 150, Ryan Wayner, Waukesha Express. And third, Sam Jankowski, Lakeside. Ryan Wayner in lane 3. Lane 5 coming on, Tyndall. But it is Oliver Ritchie, Germantown Academy, 153.78, the winner of the C final. Consolation final. Consolation final, lane 1, Will Bridges, Team Greenville. Lane 2, Jack Grimley, Suburban Seahawks. Lane 3, Brody Blatt, Tide Riders. Lane 4, William Tomokos Murphy, St. Andrews Aquatics. Lane 5, Zach Fisher for Nova of Virginia. Lane 6, Vaughn Muir, Old North State Aquatics. Lane 7, Austin Pritz from Boilermaker. And lane 8, Cameron Roy of H2Okie Aquatics. Tomokos Murphy out in front, lane 4, heading into the 100 turn, 54.20. Second position, lane 5, Zach Fisher, Nova of Virginia, 54.82. .150 turn. Tomokos Murphy still out front, 123.90. Fisher still second. In third position, lane 8, Cameron Roy, H2Okie Aquatics. Coming down to the end of the consolation final heat, men's 200 free. Shooting to the front, lane 6, Vaughn Muir, Old North State Aquatics. Muir's time, 153.23. Muir splitting a 28.45 on that last 50. Now parading out the championship final heat, men's 200 freestyle. Swimming in lane 1, Nick Durcha from New Trier Aquatics. Lane 2, Carter Rankin, Lakeside Swim Team. Lane 3, Sawyer Wilson, Kentucky Aquatics. Lane 4, Benjamin Leginski, Ole Swimming. Lane 5, Aiden Terezis, Izwaki Aquatics. Lane 6, Jack Murphy, Academy Bullets Swim Club. Lane 7, Henry Anston, Suburban Seahawks. And lane 8, Toby Espositos from Sandpipers of Nevada. Championship final in men's 200 free. NCSA record of the men's 200 free, 149.17. Alec Enyart of Tsunami Swim Team, 2022. .50 turn and leading the way, Benjamin Leginski, Ole Swimming, 25.52. Second position, lane 6. Jack Murphy, Academy Bullets, turned in at 26.25. Leginski at the 100, 53.27. Aiden Terrazas is walking in lane 5, second, 54.68. And third, Toby Esposito, Sandpipers of Nevada, turning in a 54.74. Benjamin Leginski turning in a 1:21.33. Esposito second in lane 8, 1:23.33. Racing down to the finish, Benjamin Leginski of Ole, 1:49.69. Directing your attention now down to the scoreboard balcony end of the Natatorium. 50 breaststroke coming up. E-final in women's 50 breaststroke. E-final. E-final, Jewel in 1, Roth in 2, Hare in 3, Awe in 4, Robick in 5, Baumgartner in 6, Rogie in 7, and Tenzi in lane 8. Into the wall they come, they reach, and on the wall first, Kalina Awe, Mansfield Aquatic, in a time of 34.66. D final. D final with Green in 1, Hines in 2, Mansell in 3, Benvenuto in 4, Manick in 5, Davis in 6, Loftus in 7, Bartula in lane 8. Helen Manick, Academy Bullets, lane 5. Over in lane 3, also for the Bullets, Tasha Mantell. And it is going to be Helen Manick, Academy Bullets, in a time of 34.21 in the D final. C final. C final, Westfall in 1, Martin in 2, Gorski in 3, McNeil in 4, Gonzalez in 5, Bolin in 6, Huppengarner in 7, and Roth in lane 8. Over in lane 2, Amy Martin, Dad's Club. But first the touch here in the C final. Out of lane 7, Taylor Huppengarner, Mecklenburg with 33.51. Consolation final. Consolation final, women's 50 breaststroke. Peterson in 1, Deal in 2, Esparza in 3, Welch in 4, Sanjaya in 5, Moore in 6, Patton in 7, and Lee in lane 8. Violet Welch, Tide Riders in lane 4. Looking strong. Over in lane 1, Peterson, but on the wall first. We had a tie for first between Alyssa Deal, Lakeside Swim Team, and Violet Welch of Tide Riders in a 33.59. We need relay cards from the following teams. Coaches, listen up. We need relay cards from the following teams: Fort Wayne and Machine Aquatics. Please get your relay cards turned in. Parading in the championship final heat in women's 50 breaststroke. Swimming in lane 1, Kinsley Breamy from Lakeside. Lane 2, Madison, Suchucky, Suburban Seahawks. Lane 3, Laney, Alderman, H2Oki Aquatics. Lane 4, Morgan Knox, Mecklenburg. Lane 5, Ariana Nicola from Academy Bullets. Lane 6, Lexi Smith from Dad's Club. Lane 7, Haruka Ono from Mecklenburg Swimming. And Lane 8, Emma Falk from Tide Riders. Championship final in women's 50 breaststroke. NCSA record of the women's 50 breaststroke, 31.62. Rachel Munson, Shorewood Swim Club, 2015. Halfway through the championship final heat here. Out in front, lane 6, Lexi Smith, Dad's Club. Very close, coming into the wall. Who's going to hit the pad first? Out of lane 8, Emma Falk of Tide Riders in a 32.39. Here now the E-final in men's 50 breaststroke. E-final lane 1, Schrager. We got Otto in 2, Yao in 3, Areola in 4, Lechtenberg in 5, Bayer in 6, Kulak in 7, and Aimi in lane 8. Over in lane 1, River Scheringer of Lakeside, 30.18. D-final. D-final. Char in 1, Zhao in 2, Beckley in 3, Hardy in 4, Greer in 5, Lee in 6, Livesay in 7, and Sears in lane 8. D-final into the wall. And in lane 8, Charlie Sears of New Trier, a 29.91. C-final. C-final, Yamamoto in 1, Dong in 2, Boyd in 3, Thomas in 4, Stutter in 5, Coe in 6, Davis in 7, and Leo in lane 8. C final heat winner, lane 5, Wyatt Stutter, Peters Township Swim Club, 29.89. Consolation final. Here in the consolation final, lane 1 is Wood. You got Zahoski in 2, Dawson in 3, Tran in 4, Jones in 5, Shaper in 6, Moran in 7, and Spillane in lane 8. Lane 5, Will Jones, Kentucky Aquatics. Out in front here, big time on the consolation final, Will Jones, 29.06. Now here comes the championship final heat of men's 50 breaststroke. Here in the championship final, lane 1, Philip Stoller, Nassau Wildcat Aquatics. Lane 2, Will Larkin, Waukesha Express. Lane 3, Tyler Zhang, New Trier Aquatics. Lane 5, Jacob Begeff of Dad's Club. Lane 5, Jack Hamilton, Rockville Montgomery. Lane 6, Owen Durham, Lakeside Swim Team. Lane 7, Chase Rabe of Nation's Capital. And lane 8, Charlie Prince, Zwaukee Aquatics. Championship final in men's 50 breaststroke. NCSA record of the men's 50 breaststroke, 27.96. Samuel Wolf of Badgers Aquatics, 2024. Jacob Begeff, Dad's Club in lane 4. Out front. Under the backstroke flags, into the finish. Jacob Begeff, 28.67.
That kid credit, man. He didn't even know he was in the spotlight, but he did it proud.
E-final in women's 100 backstroke.
That was, I can't remember when that was. Well, it was soon after. It was soon after 9/11, because I remember I was working in Burlington at the time. We were like right on the edge of the runway, like where our office was.
E-final, lane 1, Connor for Team Greenville. Lane 2, Smith for Eagle Swim Team. Lane 3, Simon for Academy Bullets. Lane 4, Toller for Nations Capital. Lane 5, O'Hara for Nations Capital. Lane 6, Trent for Fort Wayne Swim Team. Lane 7, Lee for Excel Aquatics. And Lane 8, Jenkins for Nations Capital. Mackie Toller, Nations Capital at the 50, 31.69, ahead of Kaylin O'Hara, also a Nations Capital, 32.09. Mackie Toller, Nations Capital, all out by herself in the E-final, 104.76. D-final. D-final, lane 1, White for Mecklenburg. Lane 2, Slater for Mansfield. Lane 3, Naira for Chicago Wolfpack. Lane 4, Lurch for Stingrays. Lane 5, Maston for Machine Aquatics. Lane 6, Klingensmith for Team Pittsburgh. Lane 7, Moore for Academy Bullets. And lane 8, Gunther for Aquatic Team of Mecklenburg. .50 turn here in the D final. Out front, lane 1, Olivia White, Mecklenburg. Second at the 50, lane 5, Kennedy Maston, Machine Aquatics, turned into 31.42. And at the finish in the D final, Olivia White out of lane 1. Swimming for Mecklenburg, 104.40. C final. C final women's 100 backstroke. C final, lane 1, Stenek from Academy Bullets. Lane 2, Music from Nassau Wildcat Aquatics. Lane 3, Miller for Academy Bullets. Lane 4, Migmon from Chicago Wolfpack. Lane 5, Hayes for Long Island Aquatic Club. Lane 6, Antonuski for Waukesha Express. Lane 7, Bluthman for Ole Swimming. And Lane 8, Ullman for Mecklenburg Swimming. Brianna Migmon of Chicago Wolfpack turns at the 50, 31.39, ahead of Corinna Miller, Academy Bullets in lane 3. At the finish, Brianna Migmon, Chicago Wolfpack, 105.03. Consolation final. Here in the consolation final, it's Munchel in 1, Catalina in 2, Naraki in 3, Vidarson in 4, Rice in 5, Patton in 6, McCarter in 7, and Teeter in lane 8. '50 turn in this consolation final. Out front, Dylan Munchel, Nation's Capital, lane 1, 30.91. Second at the 50, lane 7, Macy McCarter, Mecklenburg, 31.12. Coming down to the finish here, and on the wall first, lane 1, Dylan Munchel, Nation's Capital, and a time of 104.05. Here comes the championship final heat, women's 100 backstroke. Swimming in lane 1, Grayson Brewster from Mecklenburg. Lane 2 from Shark Swim Club, Macy DeGroot. Lane 3 from Lakeside, KC Brager. Lane 4 for Kentucky Aquatics, Kennedy Brooks. Lane 5 for Huntsville Swim Association, Abby Chan. Lane 6 for Waukesha Express, Ella Antonuski. Lane 7 for Lakeside Swim Team, Ava Graziani And lane 8 for Fort Wayne swim team, Kate Fetters. Championship final in women's 100 backstroke. NCSA record of the women's 100 backstroke, 59.86. Charlotte Crush of Lakeside, 2025. '50 turn and out in front. Kennedy Brooks, Kentucky Aquatics, 29.39. Second at the 50, Abby Chan, Huntsville Swim Association, 30.03. Kennedy Brooks, Kentucky Aquatics. Nice lead here in the championship final of women's 100 backstroke. Into the wall she comes. Brooks reaches 100.91. Here's the E final in men's 200 butterfly. E final, lane 1, Sam Frazier, Huntsville Swim Association. Lane 2, Landon Quinn, Mountain Valley Aquatics. Lane 3, Jacob Sue, North Carolina Aquatic. Lane 4, Jackson Logston, Lakeside Swim Team. Lane 5, Hugh Harrell, Nova of Virginia. Lane 6, Walker Price, Lakeside. Lane 7, Declan Komaleski of North Carolina Aquatic. And lane 8, Charlie Mittler of North Carolina Aquatic. '100 turn, and it's Jackson Logston Lakeside, 100.71 ahead of Walker Price, Lakeside Swim Team. Lane 6, 101.32. Lane 6, Walker Price, Lakeside Swim Team. Price touching in a 208.09. D final. D final, lane 1, Thomas Kalka, Nation's Capital. Lane 2, Josh Heckler, Edina Swim Club. Lane 3, Jacob Phillips, Kentucky Aquatics. Lane 4, Mason Mullering of Gateway. Lane 5, Josh Farnsworth, Nova of Virginia. Lane 6, Levi Fulweiler of Nation's Capital. Lane 7, Grant Robinson, Chicago Wolfpack. And lane 8, Christopher Connors, Nova of Virginia. Hundred turn in the D final, and out front, lane 4, Mason Mullering of Gateway, 1:00.58. Second at the 100, lane 3, Jacob Phillips, Kentucky Aquatics, 1:01.00. Mullering still out front at the 150, 1:34.05. Now in second position, Grant Robinson, Chicago Wolfpack in lane 7. At the finish here of the D final, Grant Robinson, Chicago Wolfpack, 2:06.90. C final. C final, lane 1, Bryson Andrews, Team Greenville. Lane 2, Vaughn Muir, Old North State Aquatics. Lane 3, Max Moldovan, Chicago Wolfpack. Lane 4, Jack Maselli, Nation's Capital. Lane 5, Sam Schwabe, Nova of Virginia. Lane 6, Andrew Cleff, Mansfield Aquatic Club. Lane 7, David House, Ole Swimming. And lane 8, Alexander Thomas of Dutch Club. Out in front, Alexander Thomas, Dad's Club in lane 8, 59.19. Moldovan in lane 3, second at a 59.21. .150 turn, Max Moldovan, Chicago Wolfpack, back to the front in lane 3, 132.19, ahead of Thomas. Third at the 150, Vaughn Muir, Old North State Aquatics. On the charge, lane 2, Von Muir, Old North State Aquatics, into the wall, they reach, but getting there first in lane 4. Jack Marcelli, Nation's Capital, right there at the end, 205.94. Consolation final. Here in the consolation final, lane 1, Rafa Fontana, Nation's Capital. Lane 2, Carter Murphy, also of Nation's Capital. Lane 3, Augustus Friedel, Core Swimming. Lane 4, Caleb Komet of Nation's Capital. Lane 5, Sam Gow, Sandpipers of Nevada. Lane 6, Quinn Motter, Lakeside Swim Team. Lane 7, Wyatt Ball is Zwacky Aquatics. And Lane 8, Clark Coyle of Kentucky Aquatics. Wyatt Ball is Zwacky Aquatics in lane 7. Over in lane 1, Rafa Fontana, Nation's Capital. 100 turn, it is Fontana out front, 59.18. Kamet from Nation's Capital was second at the 100, 59.40. And then Motter was third in lane 6. .150 turn, and it's Gow now. Sam Gow with Sandpipers into the lead, lane 5, with Kamet second in lane 4. Lane 6, Quinn Motter looks over to his left, coming into the wall. And Motter from Lakeside, 204.09 in the consolation final. Bringing out the championship final now in men's 200 butterfly. Swimming in lane 1, Eagle Swim Team, Justin Shee. Lane 2, Patrick O'Connor for Academy Bullets. Lane 3 for Chicago Wolfpack, Alexander Aviscu. Lane 4 for Mecklenburg Swimming, Teddy Peterson. Lane 5 for Nova, Virginia, Charlie Hilton. Lane 6, Lakeside Swim Team, Hampton Stuker. Lane 7, Nation's Capital, Connor Berlotta. And lane 8 for Academy Bullets, Dan Janitis. Consolation final, men's 200 butterfly.
I'm thinking of things that we should just follow, not even follow his voice. We should just, I'm not saying it's just like that one. Like on that one,
NCSA record of the men's 200 butterfly, 159.24. Tangentitis Academy Bullets at the 50, 26.95. Ahead of Teddy Peterson, Mecklenburg in lane 4, 27.10. Teddy Peterson, Mecklenburg in lane 4, turns at the 158.32, ahead of Tangentitis in lane 8, representing Academy Bullets. Janitis' 100 split, 58.48. Third at the 100, Justin Shee, Eagle Swim Team, lane 1. Final turn here in the championship final. And it's Teddy Peterson of Mecklenburg. Turned in a 130.32. Janitis still second in lane 8, 130.58. Good crowd support coming into the finish. And it's Teddy Peterson, Mecklenburg, in a time of 2:02.55. And we now head into an awards break. Main competition pool is now open for cool down and or warm up. We need the top 8 finishing teams for each of the events swum so far this evening over at award staging. Those presentations coming up right now. Coaches, help us get your swimmers over to award staging. Top 8 finishers and all the events swum as part of our final session this evening. And now the award presentation in women's 400 IM. In 8th place for Team Greenville, Abby Schneider. 7th for Mecklenburg Swim Association, Louise Fedarson. 6th for Team Greenville, Emily Schneider. Fifth for Chicago Wolfpack Aquatic, Livia Kremer. Fourth for Nova of Virginia Aquatics, Hayes Williams. Third for CSP Tide Riders, Emma Fout. Second for Lakeside Swim Team, KC Brager. And your 2026 NCSA champion in women's 400 IM from Suburban Seahawks, Madison Suchecki, in a time of 4:49.32. Thank you, ladies. Next up, the awards in men's 200 freestyle. In 8th place from New Trier Aquatics, Nick Durcha. 7th from Lakeside Swim Team, Carter Rankin. 6th place from Academy Bullets, Jack Murphy. 5th place from Suburban Seahawks, Henry Enston. 4th place from Kentucky Aquatics, Sawyer Wilson. 3rd from Sandpipers of Nevada, Toby Esposito. 2nd for Izwaki Aquatics, Aiden Terezes. And a 2026 NCSA champion in the men's 200 free from Ole Swimming, Benjamin Leginski, in a time of 1:49.69. Thank you, gentlemen. Next award presentation in women's 50 breaststroke. In 8th place for Academy Bullets, Ariana Nekula. 7th from Mecklenburg Swim Association, Haruka Ono. We had a tie for 5th place between Dad's Club's Lexi Smith and Lakeside's Kinsley Ramey. 4th place from Mecklenburg Swim Association, Morgan Knox. 3rd from Suburban Seahawks, Madison Suchecki. 2nd from H2Oki Aquatics, Lainey Alderman. And a 2026 NCSA champion of the women's 50 breaststroke from CSP Tide Riders, Emma Fout, in a time of 32.39. Congratulations, ladies. Up next, the award presentation, men's 50 breaststroke. In 8th place from New Trier Aquatics, Tyler Zhang. 7th from Izwaki Aquatics, Charlie Prince. 6th from Nation's Capital Swim Club, Chase Rabe. 5th from Rockville Montgomery, Jack Hamilton. 4th from Nassau Wildcat Aquatics, Philip Stoller. 3rd from Lakeside Swim Team, Owen Durham. 2nd from Waukesha Express, Will Larkin. And a 2026 NCSA champion in men's 50 breaststroke from Dad's Club, Jacob Begeff, in a time of 28.67. Congratulations, gentlemen. Now the awards in women's 100 backstroke. In 8th place from Mecklenburg Swim Association, Grayson Brewster. 7th from Shark Swim Club, Macy DeGroot. 6th from Lakeside Swim Team, Ava Graziani. 5th from Fort Wayne Swim Team, Kate Fetters. 4th from Waukesha Express, Ella Antonuski. 3rd from Lakeside Swim Team, Casey Brager. 2nd from Huntsville Swim Association, Abby Chan. And the 2026 NCSA champion of the women's 100 backstroke from Kentucky Aquatics, Kennedy Brooks, in a time of 1:00.91. Our final award presentation, men's 200 butterfly. In 8th place, Academy Bullets, Patrick O'Connor. 7th from Nation's Capital, Connor Berlotta. 6th from Lakeside Swim Team, Hampton Stuker. 5th from Eagle Swim Team, Justin Shee. 4th from Chicago Wolfpack, Alexander Avescu. We had a tie for 2nd between Academy Bullets' Dan Janitis and Nova, Virginia's Charlie Hilton, and the 2026 NCSA champion of the men's 200 fly from Mecklenburg Swim Association, Teddy Peterson, in a time of 2:02.55. Congratulations, guys. That concludes our award ceremony before we head into the relays. Swimmers, at this time, let's clear out lane 2. Swimmers, please clear out lane 2. Going to use that for relay starts. Clear out lane 2, please. Swimmers, let's please clear the main competition pool. Let's please clear the main competition pool. Swimmers, please clear the main competition pool. Heat 1, women's 800 freestyle relay. Madera leads off for Fast Tigers A in lane 1. Thornburg for North Carolina A in 2. Kadori for Rockville Montgomery B in 3. Porter for Tide Riders B in 4. Koner for Long Island, their A relay in lane 5. Litzau for New Trier A in 6. Necula for Academy Bullets B in 7. Bruning for Nova of Virginia A in lane 8. Long Island Aquatic at the 100, 100.38 with Tide Riders, their B relay, second in lane 4. Long Island Aquatic out front, Corinna Dye up next. Lane 6 for New Trier, it'll be Sylvia Della Duca. Third in lane 3, Rockville Montgomery's B relay, Fiona Sanjaya. 300 turn, Long Island Aquatic, lane 5, 3:06.45. Ahead of New Trier A in lane 6. Race tightens up. New Trier Aquatics out front now. Leah Rogie, Ali Hayes for Long Island Aquatic in lane 5. Third over in lane 2, North Carolina Aquatic with Sydney Burley. Anchor swimmers locked and loaded, ready to go here in heat 1 of the women's 800 freestyle relay. Still very close here. Lane 6 for New Trier will be Maeve Atwood, Sophia Lyons for Long Island Aquatic. Third position, lane 2. As the anchor swimmer goes in for North Carolina Aquatic, Ivy Lynn Sproul. Hundred to go now, and Long Island Aquatic with a big lead here. Sophia Lyons getting Long Island Aquatic out front there in lane 5. Sophia Lyons brings it in for Long Island Aquatic. And here in Heat 1, Long Island Aquatic on the wall at a time of 8:30.48. Heat 2, women's 800 freestyle relay. These are all A relays for these teams. Lane 1, Drummond for Aquatic Team of Mecklenburg. Lane 2, Hartzig for Mecklenburg Swim Association. Lane 3, Meyer for Waukesha Express. Lane 4, Workington, Sandpipers of Nevada. Lane 5, Roush for Chicago Wolfpack. Lane 6, Glassy for Fort Wayne Swim Team. Lane 7, Dunfield for Ole Swimming. And Lane 8, H2 Okie Aquatics with Wiersma leading off. Sandpipers of Nevada, lane 4, over a body length lead at the 100. Second position, lane 8, H2 Okies. And third in lane 2, Mecklenburg Swim Association. Next up for Sandpipers, it's going to be Emery Vanna in lane 5, Chicago Wolfpack. Livia Krummer in lane 8 in second position, Okie Aquatics, Laney Alderman. It's going to be halfway through Heat 2. Sandpipers of Nevada out front. Isabel Zarco's up next. Lane 6, it'll be Fort Wayne swim team, Kate Fetters. And lane 5 for Chicago Wolfpack, Colleen Tracy now underway. Waukesha Express now into the lead with anchor swimmer Avery Antnewski. Second position, lane 6, Fort Wayne swim team with Naomi Boland. And a third in lane 7 for Ole Aubriel McKay. Close race going here. Heat 2 of women's 400 freestyle relay. Waukesha Express out front. Second position, Sandpipers in lane 4. Third position, Aquatic Team of Mecklenburg in lane 1. Chicago Wolfpack, up lane 7. Ole swimming, coming back. And they touch in a time of 8:25.89. Heat 3 of women's 800 freestyle relay. Kilty leads off for Nation's Capital B in lane 1. Lane 3, Kowal for Academy Bullets A. Lane 4, Lakeside A relay with Graziani. Lane 5, Strickland leads off for Nation's Capital. Lane 6, Waldabuser for Suburban Seahawks. Lane 7, Falk for Tide Riders. And 8, Ahern for Rockville Montgomery. Academy Bullets A relay, turning at the 100, 100.47, head of Suburban Seahawks in lane 6. Number 2 swimmers ready to go here. Heat 3 of women's 800 freestyle relay. Suburban Seahawks out front. In lane 6, Madison Shisheki now. Second in lane 4, Lakeside Swim Team with Marley Cooksey in the water. And a third, Academy of Bullets. Lane 3, Kayla Kowal underway. Lakeside Swim Team, lane 4. Casey Brager up next. Over in lane 3 for Academy Bullets, it's going to be Hayden Cruz. In lane 5 for Nation's Capital, McKinley Boozin and Carolyn Whitney for Suburban Seahawks in lane 6. Lakeside swim team. In lane 4, Sydney Green is going to anchor. Over in lane 3, Academy Bullets, Annabelle Naraki. Lane 5 for Nation's Capital, Ariana Aldeguer. $100 to go for Lakeside. Ariana Aldeguer for Nation's Capital, lane 5, trying to close the gap on Sydney Green for Lakeside. Sprinting for home. Half a length to go. In lane 5, Nation's Capital. In lane 6, Suburban Seahawks, Joyce Liu. Bringing Suburban Seahawks to the front. And Suburban Seahawks on the wall first in a time of 8:24.67. Three heats coming up now in men's 200 freestyle relay. Heat 1, men's 200 freestyle relay. Finley leads off for Gateway in lane 1. Laginski for Ole in 2. Besdick for Sharks in 3. Wainert for Nova Virginia in 4. Tremosin for Rockville Montgomery B in lane 5. York for Team Greenville in 6. Scott leads off for Chicago Wolfpack in 7. And Woke for North Carolina in lane 8. Halfway through Heat 1, out in front is Chicago Wolfpack, Alexander Avascu now. Second in lane 8, North Carolina, Max Helper. Chicago Wolfpack coming back. Alistair Guth in the water for Team Greenville, lane 6. Will Bridges, and for North Carolina Aquatic in lane 8, Jacob Clark. Touching first in lane 7, Chicago Wolfpack. 135.70. Heat 2, men's 200 freestyle relay. Anston leads off for Suburban Seahawks in 1, Blatt for Tide Riders in 2, Jones for Kentucky Aquatics in 3, Nagel for Academy Bullets in 4, Blandford for Lakeside in 5, O'Connor for Izwaki in 6, Zal for Dad's Club B in 7, and Harrison for Lakeside B in lane 8. Suburban Seahawks out front, Jack Grimley now. Second, Kentucky Aquatics, lane 3, Clark Coyle. And third in lane 5, Lakeside, Carter Rankin. Out front, Suburban Seahawks, Emery Hess now. Second, Kentucky Aquatics with Jacob Phillips. And third, Lakeside in lane 5, Paxton Boyd. Anchor swimmers underway for Suburban Seahawks in lane 1. Jamie Brinsfield for Academy Bullets in lane 4. Carmen Floera. And for Kentucky in lane 3, Sawyer Wilson. Suburban Seahawks in lane 1. Ripple 133.40. Heat 3, men's 200 freestyle relay. Sears leading off for New Trier in lane 1. Wang for Nations Capital B in 2. Larkin for Waukesha Express in 3. Whiteford for Team Pittsburgh in 4. O'Shea for Nations Capital in 5. Eitkins for Dad's Club in 6. Mula for Rockville Montgomery in 7, and Poirier for Eagle Swim Team B in lane 8. Lane 5, Nations Capital, Arthur Zhao, second position, Team Pittsburgh, Jackson Edwards, and third at the 50, lane 6, Dad's Club with Jacob Bugeff now in the water. Dad's Club out front at the 100. Noah Casneda. Lane 4, Team Pittsburgh, Odin Sue. And third, Nations Capital in lane 5, Gabe Henson. Here come the anchor swimmers. Dad's Club out front, Daniel Chen. Nations Capital second in lane 5, Yaron Lee, and third, New Trier in lane 1, Jordan Coe. On the wall, Team Pittsburgh Elite in a time, 132.81. Heat 4 of women's 800 freestyle relay. Hunter leads off for Zionsville in lane 1. Keitel for Germantown Academy in lane 2. Johnson for Chicago Wolfpack B in lane 3. Gasecki for Dad's Club in lane 4. Komorowski for Team Pittsburgh in 5. Cats for Edina in 6. Alvarado for Nassau Wildcats in 7. And Jewel for Waukesha Express, their B relay in lane 8. Hunter turned with Zionsville out front. Second position, Germantown Academy in lane 2. And third in lane 4, Dad's Club. Number 2 swimmers getting ready to go. Zionsville out front. There'll be Sophia Birch up next. In lane 4 for Dad's Club, Emily Demissis. Third in lane 2, Germantown Academy with Cameron Jones. Number 3 swimmers at the ready. Dad's Club in lane 4. It'll be Kira DeJong. Over in lane 2 for Germantown Academy, Avery Holzer. Lane 6 for Edina, Eliana Gorski. Naomi Ehlers from Dad's Club to anchor in lane 4. There she goes. Over in lane 2 for Germantown Academy, Grace Bell. Lane 3 for Chicago Wolfpack, Nipa Naira. And 4th in lane 6, Adina Marin Heitzman. Ehlers bringing Dad's Club to the wall here in Heat 4 of the women's 800 freestyle relay. And Dad's Club with a time of 8:34.56. Heat 4 of men's 200 freestyle relay. Kitamoto leads off for Academy Bullets B in lane 1. Keaton for Carolina Aquatic in 2. Howard for Team Pittsburgh B in 3. Shahosky for Machine Aquatics in 4. Korchnak for Boilermaker in lane 5. Coyne for Nova Virginia B in 6. Husu for Long Island Express in 7. And Nagel for Adina Swim Club in lane 8. Carolina Aquatic out front. Ben DeSimone now. Second position, lane 7. Long Island Express with Dennis Uku. And third, Adina in lane 8, Patrick Gabler. Out front. Lane 7, Long Island. Theodore Shum. Second in lane 8, Adina, Eli Kashish. And third, Carolina Aquatic, lane 2, Benjamin Lee. Academy Bullets B in the lead, lane 1, Aiden Ward. Second, Long Island Express in 7, Riley Martinez. And Adina in lane 8 with Joe Hemberg. On the wall first in lane 5, Boilermaker. Rocco Teisch brought it home, 136.68. 5 men's 200 freestyle relay. Medley leads off for Mecklenburg in lane 1, Cass for New Trier B in 2, Fleming for Suburban Seahawks B in 3, Schultz for Fast Tigers in 4, Chow for Aquatic Team of Mecklenburg in 5, Heiser for Zionsville in 6, Petrie for Mecklenburg Swim Association B in 7, and Murrah for Tide Riders B in lane 8. Out front, lane 6, Zionsville Swim Club, Kyrie Slater. Second in lane 1, Mecklenburg, Tyler Tennant, and third at the 50, Suburban Seahawks, James Burns. Next up for Zionsville in 6, Jonathan Baker. Second for New Trier B, Stefan Tadek. And third in lane 3, Suburban Seahawks B, Aaron Neville. Zionsville still out front. Their anchor swimmer, Kyle McCann. Mecklenburg, second in lane 1, Andy Vandenstocken and David Mazurek for New Trier B in lane 2, third position. Coming down to the finish, Zionsville Swim Club, 1:36.85. Heat 6 of men's 200 freestyle relay. Rolnick leads off for Nassau Wildcats in lane 2. Kidder for Kentucky Aquatics B in lane 3. Cooper for Huntsville Swim Association in 4. Kulak for Long Island Aquatic in 5. Cooper for Old North State Aquatics in 6. Robinson for Chicago Wolfpack B in lane 7. Out in front, Nassau Wildcats, Reed Woodward now. Lane 4, Huntsville Swim Association, Sam Frazier. And third, Long Island Aquatic in lane 5, Lucas Acevedo. Over in lane 2, Kentucky Aquatics. It'll be Carson Neal up next. Second position, lane 7, Chicago Wolfpack B, Charlie Callie. And third in lane 4, Huntsville Swim Association, Brody Tyndall. Anchor swimmers coming home. And in lane 2, Nassau Wildcats, Philip Stoller. Second, lane 4, Huntsville Swim Association, Chase Young. And third in lane 7, Chicago Wolfpack B, Kale Chow. It's going to be Nassau Wildcat Aquatics in lane 2, 1:36.64. Heat 7 of men's 200 freestyle relay. Prince leads off for Zwaukee B in lane 4. Kelly for Brownsburg Swim Club in lane 5. Next up for Brownsburg, Andrew Schreier. For Izwaki in lane 4, Lucas Ball. Brownsburg in the lead. Preston Huff up next. Fisher Jakowski for Izwaki in 4. Anchoring for Brownsburg in lane 5, Reed Wilson and Milo Jakowski for Izwaki B in lane 4. It's going to be Brownsburg Swim Club's A relay here in lane 5. 139.18, Izwaki Aquatics 140.59. That concludes day 3 of the 2026 NCSA Summer Swimming Championships. Tomorrow morning, we're going to see preliminary competition in the 400 free, the 100 butterfly, and 200 breaststroke. Tomorrow night, we'll add 400 freestyle relay to the mix.